TruVue Podcast.
A bunch of different views.
The boys keep it real, man. I really like listening to them, man. They funny. Yeah.
Son,
You know what I'm saying?
They really speak their truth.
The hell was that?
you're.
What it do, what the business is, what is good. It's your boy Mill, and we are back in the building again, bringing that barbershop talk to the box office, baby. TruVue Podcast. Let's get it. Let's go.
So nothing. You had nothing this week, huh?
I had nothing. I didn't.
Oh,
It's a serious conversation. I figured we're going to go ahead and
get right into it.
Oh wow. Wow, look at this guy. Hey, I am HyphenX, man. Thank y'all for tuning in with us. TruVue Podcast. Alley to my guy.
Yes, sir, man. Y'all know what it is. Y'all know who y'all in the building with. Y'all know what y'all came here for, man. TruVue Podcast. Let's get to it.
As always, I appreciate being here. TruVueSocial, as always. Man, let's get it started, man. It's a serious conversation. Let's get it going.
burn my sage and Palo Santos right now.
No, I'm on hyphen side, man. You ain't have a roll of toilet tissue, a wet wipe, or nothing.
Nothing.
You ain't
A wet wipe, a
plunger,
tissue?
Toilet tissue.
Like for the tears?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
I heard. I was like, "Come on, dog! You act like
relax.
folks that was reviewing the shit out here, dog. You want the toilet tissue in there?" I was like, "Come on now."
Yeah, the toilet tissue for the delits.
For the okay, all right.
Okay.
Yeah,
Once again, for tuning in. This is Grown Man MJ in the place to be with, the people to be with, the men who keep it real on the real. So let's do it.
All right, I got my toilet tissue, y'all. There you go.
No.
There we go.
Just you're not even doing it right. It has no heart.
No,
Good.
no, man, no. But you know what got heart? Cheers, gentlemen, to a good episode. Let's have that combo, baby. That's what I'm talking about. Ooh, I can't wait to dive into it. What are we talking about, ladies and gentlemen? The unspoken system that has shaped America and chronicles how lives today are defined by a hierarchy, human divisions, origin. Based off of the book Cast, let's dive into it, gentlemen. Where should we start?
I thought we were going to get a story, anything, but we'll go right into it.
No, that's it.
Look at me now. Look at me now. Oh.
Excuse me. That was definitely something to look at. I did want to start off before we really dive into it, gentlemen. This movie had a budget of $38 million. As of right now, it has only grossed about $4 million worldwide. Opening week only did about 117,000. And that was back in December. Now, do you think that might have been because of lack of publicity, or maybe, I think we brought up it was another movie that did very badly in December. I can't recall it right now, but I think December is just a terrible time to release movies because people just aren't.
That movie was Ferrari. That did
Ferrari.
Yeah, Ferrari.
No, that was just a bad movie. That was just a bad movie. But the VZO,
hey, man, I loved it.
Y'all check out the review on that one. No, man, that was just
That's sad. That's sad to hear, though. I mean, honestly, I heard
38 million, and I really enjoyed this movie.
It's got to be a devastating blow for having that kind of budget and then not to perform. And this is not like a shitty movie. This is a powerful movie. Engaging storytelling.
It's a powerful movie. It has 29 nominations altogether, 6 wins already. The Gotham Awards nominated it for Independent. I knew you was gonna do that. The Independent Film Award for Outstanding Lead Performance by Aunjanue Ellis-Taylor. Also, the Image Awards, NAACP nominated it for Outstanding Actress in the Motion Picture. It was nominated for Outstanding Motion Picture. It was nominated for Outstanding Performance by a Youth in the Motion Picture.
Just look at me. Look at the
Director.
credentials already.
You know what I'm saying? And that's NAACP. Pretty much the USC Script Awards nominated it. Venice Film Festival nominated it for Best Film. Black Reel Awards nominated it. Everybody nominated this motherfucker except for the Oscars. I don't know why they decided to step over this because it was definitely a lot better than some of the bullshit.
Man, you know why? You know why? Yeah, thank you, Hyphen. I don't understand why you're acting so bewildered.
What the?
I just want to point it. I just want to point it out.
No. I don't understand your befuddlement, sir.
I'm not befuddled. I'm not befuddled. I want to bring it to
Is it because it was released in December? What?
No.
It's the subject matter. It's the subject matter.
But what
not gonna promote this shit?
How do you promote and nominate something like The After, but you want the black trauma porn, but then when you really dive into it and discuss it, you really don't want it?
Because it's not talking about the trauma, it's talking about the cause of the trauma. You know what I'm saying? And that start pointing people out.
You hit the nail on the coffin. I mean, what was the biggest?
Reach in that prop box and grab the biggest item and slap yourself in the back of the head. This movie is not getting. This movie is getting ran through on media as far as advertisements and marketing. One, because of who's the starring actress and who's producing it. That's 1, 2. And then 3 is talking about the system that we up under over here that is trying to break. And who's actually in control of Hollywood, bro? Who at the top?
I'm glad you brought that up. Okay.
Are you taking the concept as somewhat fantasy or something? That's what I'm trying to figure out. This is a real concept.
What are you talking about? Now y'all know I know what the fuck I'm doing and talking about. I'm bringing this shit up just to have the conversation, number one, because it is a lot of. I'm looking at a lot of these reviewers out here, and they are trashing this shit and downplaying this because they don't want to have the fucking conversation. They're making it out to be that this is a terrible movie, but I will stand by that this movie was better than 3/4 of the bullshit that they nominated.
Well, absolutely. I mean, well, let me see. December 23, this was released. The biggest movie December 23 was Aquaman. I guess this has to be better than Aquaman. I mean, are you gonna say Aquaman was better than this movie?
No, they will.
Yeah,
they will say it.
I mean, like I said, the advertisement of this, there's no promotion. I guess you're not going to see it. There's not being advertised. The agenda, the subject matter. You know what I mean? It forces to have a conversation, or it makes people feel uncomfortable, or who the fuck knows. I looked at all those other reviewers too that are online here on YouTube, and seeing their review was just kind of shocking to me because I could see how they're trying to avoid the conversation, avoid talking about it, or just acknowledging that this is a good fucking movie. I mean, regardless if you can critique, we won't talk about any of the short busts right now, but when talking about the positives of it, there's no way you can say that this story was not engaging, telling, keeps you hooked onto it, and definitely a powerful movie. I mean, for something that's going to be over 2.5 hours long, and you guys already know, I don't like fucking movies over 90 minutes. You know what I mean? If it's going to be over 90 minutes, it better be epic, and it better fucking make me feel good at the end, or at least have some kind of conclusion or some kind of some kind of epic scale. You know what I mean? And this is up there. It's an epic scale movie, hands down. No,
it was a great adaptation of a cast that was written by Isabel Wilkerson. Sorry. When I saw that they were doing this, I was interested in how they were going to go about filming this and actually putting this together with the style of that book. And if y'all haven't checked out that book, y'all should definitely check it out because it delves a little deeper in the topics of the movie. But I thought they did a pretty good job at tying in a lot of the metaphors that she was using in the book. A lot of the imagery came to the screen. It transferred pretty well. But I mean, I'm not gonna do my butt until we get to the short bus. But no, it definitely. I'm just.
I like how this. So what was? No, it's like for this movie, I like how it kept it like in a true drama. Like there was little small like hints of humor in certain scenes, but it wasn't a comedy. You know what I mean? It wasn't a comedy hybrid drama on a serious subject matter or something. You know what I mean? Where it kind of falls short. You know what I mean? Like I said, but this one, it's not. You know what I mean? It engages all the way through. So and it's. My question is this really like a study, like a part of the book of what she did and travel to these places? And obviously, obviously I believe it because of the movie. I mean, I'm seeing it, but I mean, like, wow.
No, that's one thing I did want to point out right there, that she did the extensive research. You know what I'm saying? This ain't one of them AI authors. You know what I'm saying? She actually had to dive into some work and put this shit out because this is a way I actually kind of already viewed the world. The caste system was similar to slavery and all the other, ways that they set up the Holocaust as well. They all kind of fit together in a way of control, of hierarchy type shit. But the way they articulated throughout the movie, I thought was very well because they made an actual movie out of a documentary almost. You know what I mean? They took a documentary and then just designed.
I like how they did the full scale investigations. You know what I mean? Like it was like like a journalistic kind of deal.
What do y'all think about that conversation she had with the lady, the Jewish lady?
I was just gonna bring that up. I've had that conversation with a couple of my Jewish friends, and they've always brought up how they know a number for the Holocaust, right?
Yeah.
We don't necessarily know the number of slaves and everything that were lost just in transit, let alone when we got here and we was trying to like free ourselves and all of that stuff. So tying that all together, man, like it was cool to see that it's not just me that's out here trying to have these conversations and stuff. Like somebody actually felt enough to get out there and do the research to help us to see that, man, we all are in this motherfucker together, man. These white motherfuckers are diabolical. Goddamn Europeans. You're like, we got to band together, bro. We got to band together. Like that's what it is, man. But it's cool to see also that it's not just the black struggle that you see on here. They highlight the caste system over there in India, and they highlight the Holocaust and everything. Like motherfuckers is out here. Everybody is out here struggling, man. Y'all just got to. Everybody just love everybody, bro. That's
absolutely. I love how Marion's character loved everybody. I like how she said, man, she said, leave the Jewish people alone. What about our people? I mean, it was just so funny. But I mean, it was like nice little humor that they threw in there. But you're right; it's a serious subject matter, and like, I guess I got to ask you guys. I mean, you guys are more impacted than I mean, obviously. So I would ask. I mean, there are a couple of good scenes in there that are big, huge. So like, I don't know if it's a bigger impact or not. You know what I mean? Because I see these other podcasts and other reviews of this that are afraid to ask or afraid to talk about it or whatnot, and just like, like you have the plumber with the hat with the MAGA hat on. Like, how does that, is that a real tense situation? I mean, is that going to bother you guys, or does it bother you if someone comes in with a Trump hat on? I guess is that what you say? Is it?
Now that nigga coming in and do a service.
Man. Just don't fuck up.
He coming to do a service. He coming to do a service.
I have been in a situation where my family and I, we needed an Uber to the airport, and we were at a time crunch, and we were going to miss our flight. So the person that pulled up had a "Make America Great Again" thing in their back window, and I put the family in the back seat, and I rode in the front with the guy. And you can see at first the guy's kind of apprehensive or whatever, but I'm just talking to him like a normal person. Like, dog, I don't give a shit what your political stance is, man. Like, you treat me with respect, I treat you with respect, and we're gonna get through this shit. We're gonna get through this ride. You're gonna get your 4 stars.
Wait. You felt the need to have to say that to him?
No, I didn't. Like, I didn't have to have that conversation.
No, you didn't have to have.
He's
He's provided a service. You're a customer. You know what I mean? It's
right.
It is.
Fuck, nigga. Yeah. Nigga, give me there, slow this motherfucker down.
That's kind of
but
how
what
I looked at the Magnet scene too. It was like if it was to be a problem, if he was to cause a problem, she could easily refuse the service. She can get another quote from someone else. You know what I mean? So the experiences that she had just dealt with, you know, losing her husband and losing her mother, and using that as a way to, you know, remove all of the political and everything manipulation out of the room, and it was just like, yo, let's just focus. I'm hurting right now. I really just need you to, you know, be of service and not necessarily come here and just.
Sorry, we brought that up. You know, about her tragedy. You know, and like, you know, that really resonates with me personally too. You know, having multiple tragedies, one after the other, like that. You know what I mean? And you know, I can totally relate to that. You know, personally, and it's like, and right there, you know, you can feel it, and then you're gonna have to figure out how to strive. You know, put it together, and you know, triumph over to something like that.
I really enjoy this. They really did it. Like, they really pulled the trigger on this shit a little bit. Like, they really showed the picnic scene. You know what I'm saying? Like, they really did it. I heard them say, you need to get a front row seat at this. Like, it really started to expose sometimes we want to just be like, oh, the system. Well, the system has to be operated and maintained by someone. You know what I'm saying? And I love the way this film it went there. You know what I'm saying? It went to the point where it started to explain the pillars of white supremacy. You know what I'm saying? So, like, this is what I wanted a little bit more. Like, I did, but I was so satisfied with the premise of the movie and the execution of the movie.
You got to get the book. The book dives.
That's what I'm saying. Now it makes me want to get the book.
The book
it makes me want to get the Deep South book. You know what I'm saying? Yes. It makes me want to, like, I've skimmed on these things, but this gave it to me in a dosages that I can understand.
So that Deep South book, when was that written? Was that in the 30s or 40s, or was that like more modern times?
Yes, no, that was 40s, 30s. That was written in, like, what they were showing you were the people that actually
those anthropologists.
They did the research and wrote the book together. Those two couples. I want to say it was in the 30s, 40s, but it was definitely during slavery. It was during the slavery time. So I'm
some wild stuff.
No, it wasn't during slavery.
Not
it
slavery.
Was during,
you know what I meant. You know what I meant. Like the after
it was during segregation.
There you go.
You know what I'm saying? Yeah.
You know what I meant.
Yeah. Niggas said slavery. Niggas wasn't wearing button-ups.
It was originally published in 1941.
And it seems so odd that it shows like time flies, but that wasn't that long ago. You know what I mean? This is not like ancient history. You know what I mean? For us, I guess you would say in our age group. You know what I mean? This is our grandparents or whatever, or great grandparents probably.
All of that is shit that I've seen, you know, with my parents sending me to Mississippi for the summers. You still see that stuff there. Like, I mean, shit, Mississippi's just abolished slavery in 2013 officially. So, I mean, this isn't something that we haven't. I mean, well, you know, black folks, like, we deal with this shit all the time. And that was a weird time for me too, you know, being from Chicago, being sent to Mississippi, and I knew the story of Emmett Till. Like, I used to be terrified going down there at first. Like, I was like, oh shit. But you know, we got through it. It makes you stronger. It helps to build character, and it does help you to see the world a little different than a lot of these people that have never had to climb the hurdle of racism. Therefore, that's why they don't understand why we highlight racism.
Well, and they dive into deeper besides racism and like social class and you know, I mean, equality, and not able to pass on your deed to your home or whatnot, your rights, your heirlooms and stuff. We have to start all over from scratch. You know what I mean? Like, you're cutting out generations of family bloodlines. You know, it's ridiculous. You know, it's a lot, obviously, to think of.
It's done on purpose.
And this has been going on. You know what I mean? And not just, you know, this has been going on since the beginning of history, though, too, as well. You know, like, we're repeating ourselves.
It's diabolical.
Here.
There you go.
I did learn a word that I never heard before, and you guys probably think I'm a fool. To be honest with you, I heard in the same scene, I didn't know what was it, mansplain and white savior was. He said it was like all the same scene. Yeah. So the white savior, I was like, I never heard that before. I was like, so
wrong podcast, G.
Yeah, man, we bring this shit up all the time.
Well, I'm glad I bring this up because that's why it's like I ask. I'm like, so. I mean, has that happened to you? I mean, like a white savior moment. I mean, is that? I guess does it happen often? I mean, or do you? I mean, do you let it happen, or do you shit on the motherfucker that does it? I mean,
I haven't had the moment personally, but I've seen it. So
I mean, I can see how it could happen. I guess I never heard the term before, though. Like, be honest with you, I swear to God.
Anytime Brad get the bill, that's white savior. All right.
Hey.
Yeah.
Anytime. I'm sorry. What do you say?
Anytime Brad get the bill. Bradley. It's Bradley.
That's it.
Bradley.
And it's that simple.
Yeah.
Anytime Bradley does what Bradley is expected to do because of his superiority or the thought thereof, you know what I'm saying? The implanted seed that is blossoming, the superiority, you know what I'm saying? Like, this shit went hard. Like, I like the scene where they have the boy, like, this lets you know that racism is real. And caste, I think caste is the rules and regulations of racism and white supremacy. You know what I'm saying? She just gave definition to it. You know what I'm saying? She just put the layers on that shit.
Racism is
the handbook
and caste is the bones. That's pretty much how I always looked at it. Caste is the bones of the structure, and racism is the flesh that we see.
So, I said that to say this: the scene where they had the boy, where they put him outside the gate. You know what I'm saying?
Oh,
this nigga
that was
good on the baseball team. They took him there. He knew, first of all, where the fuck is this nigga parents at, and why did they let him go to
all white people
pool? Like they didn't know. Like they didn't know. You know what I'm saying?
That pool thing, I ain't gonna lie. That one fucked me up. I'm like,
that was a hard scene to watch.
That was a hard scene. It was. I couldn't even watch it.
But it was real.
So uncomfortable. It was so. Can you imagine filming that? It has to be so uncomfortable for that scene. Even just playing it. You know what I mean? Reenacting it.
So
the trauma.
I say that to say this: that my man's, they thought even the perceived good white people's plan was to still, okay, we're not gonna let them get in the water, but can you at least push them around in the water? This is the
negotiation. It was a negotiation. Please, yeah.
Don't touch the water.
Yeah, don't touch the water, boy.
Touch the water, boy. Do you know how long it's going to take to disinfect?
Yeah.
That is a mindset. That is a mindset, bro.
And this is not long ago. This is not that long ago in history here.
That mindset doesn't go away with some policy being passed.
That whole fucking area getting detonated, dog. Like what?
Damn. Yeah.
What? No, that scene was tough, and reliving the Trayvon shit was tough. That shit got my blood pressure going a little bit.
And to hear that phone call.
Especially
even the good ones are racist.
I think that was the dope part about the film. You know, y'all mentioned that, you know, about the documentary side, about the book side. I felt they did a good job of depicting different moments in time and displaying it to the point where you're into it, you know what I'm saying, by it being, you know, a historic piece or a timepiece, because most of films, you know what I'm saying, that approach it that way, it comes off boring or it feels recycled or repeated, but they, you know, they approached it in a fresh manner that was creative.
No, the actors definitely pulled this off, man. I felt like they did enough touching on different. Oh, go ahead, Heike.
Yeah, I just want to touch on some of the key scenes, because you know the whole premise of this is tying different cultures together. You know what I'm saying? So like, yes, they went to this. Okay, so they had the slavery thing where they had niggas stacked up and shit. But pay attention. This is how dirty white people is. That they were shitting and pissing on each other, and they put in the movie the insinuation that the white man was coming in to rape them women. You know what I'm saying? Like they put that in there. You know what I'm saying? To imply that. And then in the Holocaust over there, where the choice had to be made. You know what I'm saying? and it was made for him. You know what I'm saying? It's like, this is how it's finna be. She got the haircut, yada yada yada. But I said, but then you go over to the ending, to, I don't know, the Untouchables. The scene where my man's was they was explaining what they was doing and putting the oil on each other.
Woo!
It was that was such a great scene, because like between the two of them, it was so much dignity.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying?
They were not embarrassed by it. They were not shamed.
Well, remember they said you couldn't refuse, or she would be punishment or death. You know what I'm saying, or jail or something like that.
Well, too, I think they would look at themselves kind of similar to how like lower workers might look at themselves in a company. Like, we make this motherfucker go round. Like, without us, if we don't do this shit, everything just stops. Like, we are. I don't
think it was a pride. I'm not saying they were taking pride in gathering this shit.
No,
I'm saying the dignity between each other.
Yeah,
like you know what I'm saying.
You got to do what you got to do, bro. Get in there.
They had what they said. The only thing was between them was
oil and dog.
You're weak, fam.
I can't let it get in my ear. Oh, my belly button.
Bro, my man had to wipe the shit off my man's lips. You know what I'm saying, bro? Like,
how did you like seeing those?
That's a brotherhood.
Did you like how closely they were doing it too? So fucking passionate about it too. Like, I mean, they weren't.
What if you scrape something, like you step on a rock or something while you're in there? You get an open wound while you're in that motherfucker, bro.
I'm pretty sure
they're probably immune. They're probably immune to it. You know what I mean? You go there, you'll be dead.
Yeah, they're born generations and generations. You know what I'm saying? Maybe they don't smell it. Maybe that's something, a mutation that body took. After generations,
it's similar. It's similar to like Brazil. You know, in Brazil, it's the same. It's very similar too.
Curry come from the curry helped to mask the smell. Like that's what. Oh, my bad. Okay.
Not the curry.
I did like the barbecue that popped up scene. I like that. That was pretty fun. It was like, I thought it was like watching Menace to Society or something. It was like a 1990s throwback or whatever. They had the music on. I was like, oh my god! But it was like a modern barbecue. It wasn't even like a back to the day barbecue. It was like a modern day. It's like
that shit is so real, man. Because you got the sisters in there trying to introduce her to somebody else. The man ain't even like very good yet. He's single.
They're good. The dance routine going on. Everyone's having a good time.
Come on, he's single, black. Y'all, come on. Like, god damn, dog. Come on now.
It's like a party in Washington Park right now. Ready to go. Oh man, there's a lot of good. There's a lot of positives on this movie. You know what I mean? Like I said, plus obviously a lot of powerful impacts too as well.
Yeah, no, man. The like I said, the adaptation of this from the book was phenomenal for me. It was just a couple things I would add to it, maybe to heighten it, maybe to make it a little more palatable for our other viewers.
The other viewers?
The others. Yeah, the others.
The others. Speaking of the others.
Yeah, I would maybe add just a smidget bit more of comedy into this to make it a little more palatable.
No.
That's the problem.
No, stop
the previous movie
you gotta stop doing that. You gotta stop doing that. You gotta stop. You gotta stop it. No. I'm gonna say it. Fuck that. No. No, you don't put a No. It's a serious matter. You don't need comedy. No.
Just a little pinch of sugar.
No, we're not softening the blow.
There was a little bit of humor scenes. That's all it needed. It was just a few. They didn't need like an entire comedy genre added to this.
No, it's a drama history. Stop it. It's no comedy. It's not there. It's not there. Cut it out.
There's a lot we could have did at that barbecue. There's
what? Because the comedy would have been Domino. Listen, you want to see
what was the movie that we watched with Jeffrey
Perry play, nigga? It's not for that.
For Marriage Mission, that's
family.
What the fuck?
Yeah, this
nigga gotta be stopped, man. This nigga's a minute.
Nah, I think it kind of ran a little long, in my opinion. I mean, tying in her personal tragedies was a lot to the film, but I don't think it. She said that she was trying to make it tie into the book. I never really got that connection within the film, and at parts it just seemed a little long-winded, not necessarily preachy, just a little long-winded. And her cousin was telling her up front, "Yo, man, you know, It only took you 10 minutes. Now, if you can shorten that and make it for regular folks, that you got some, you working with something. You know, this
like come on, come on.
That was Niecy.
Well, I'm glad you said. I'm glad you said that because, like, some of these people that are reviewing this movies particularly said the subject matter, of course, and the movie itself felt preachy. You know what I mean? I think it's when as soon as you hear anything, exactly.
I didn't get preachy.
I think immediately, as soon as you hear Trayvon Martin racism or anything like that, I think they feel like they immediately dismiss the idea of it.
It goes into the category of woke or whatever. Mm-hmm. But I don't feel like it was preachy. I felt like it was more along the lines of documentary.
Informative.
I agree.
And definitely informative. The way it explained the different societies and how they were set up. And it's all done under governmental control and everything else. It broke down how Jim Crow laws helped establish what set up the Holocaust and everything else. Man, bro, all of that was dope. That was dope.
Yeah, I'm reading the comments here.
You're preachy at all. You just
absolutely.
read the script. I'm reading what happened in the room.
And I'm reading the comments here on this, these reviewers that said this was preachy. I'm not going to say their name, but the black community that's writing or allegedly on the YouTube, they're saying the same thing you're saying. You know what I mean? And getting real detailed in it. You know what I mean? And some of them are women, and completely offended by it. But I mean, obviously, everyone's respectful to their own opinion, of course.
Yeah.
Like, let me ask y'all a question. Do you think, I don't know if this is like a flaw in the book or a flaw in the movie, but I don't think that it really did a good job of tying together the relationship or the connection between the caste system within the untouchables to the Jews to the Americans.
That's the
movie. I didn't.
That's the movie.
Okay,
I think it was just the process of the movie. I never read the book.
I think they might have just ran out of time with it.
I think the movie did a decent job with trying that string, though. I mean, of even giving you
they gave you clip notes.
They gave you like a little
go and research yourself type shit.
Like building the puzzle. You know what I mean? Like getting to the finish line. You know what I mean? Because you knew what she was trying to say, and then getting to the pieces there. I liked how that flowed through.
No, I think they did a great job at heightening awareness that this information is out here within these different things, and it's up to us to view this and then go out and do our own research so that we can formulate our own opinion on it. So I thought they did that very well.
I only got two negative things for this one. I'm sorry. My bad.
No, I was just going to bring up about the main thing that I had was it was 2 hours, and I'm thinking maybe they could have
2 hours 21 minutes.
I was going to say 220 something.
I'm thinking they could have shaved it down to maybe one. Let me get 145. 145. It might have been a little more comfortable.
I think the beginning, it was kind of long intro to her life. The husband it didn't really explain much. I mean, you obviously knew, okay, this guy, they have money. You know what I mean? She's married to a white guy. You know what I mean? And but then like the mother's sick. You know what I mean? But it was like very kind of like drawn out a little bit until then the tragedy happens. Of course, I guess that's why maybe the part of the storyline. But it felt slow in that part. Maybe I guess could have saved some time. But to me, I didn't mind it.
No, right there. Her relationship, I felt like she did not go into that and talking about the subject matter. She just gave her husband a shout out at the end of the book, but she had a whole section of Aunjanue or whatever where she was talking about the resistance to marriages outside of the caste system and how it was set up. And she made a point on there that black men and white women were brutalized the most under these laws, and that she was in the inverse of that. And she could have spoke on some of the dynamics. I mean, the movie highlighted it.
They did, a little bit
in parts. And sometimes I feel like almost to a slap in the face to who she was almost. Because it seemed like every time she faced confrontation or that she had to speak up for herself, she would be looking off and be wanting him to come in with the cape on. And,
the white savior.
The white savior. There you go. No,
I don't know, man. I would say. I mean, honestly, I would stay away from her because everybody she got close to ended up dying. So you gotta stay far away from her.
God damn.
No, I just wish she would have spoke more on her relationship dynamic, but maybe that's in the book too, though. I don't know.
Yeah,
No,
Like
really.
the scene
I don't know if
with
you guys noticed.
like the scene with the leaves, where her laying down on the leaves.
Mhm.
Like I was kind of lost with that.
I
You
was
know what I'm saying?
confused.
I was like, oh, maybe I got to read the book, and maybe that means something in the book. You know what I'm saying? Because they didn't do a good job of really showing that.
I just
You
looked at it.
know,
It feels like
but I felt like it was supposed to like mean something though.
Yeah.
You know what I'm
What a
saying? Like
red
it
leaf.
symbolized something. You know what I'm saying? Because it was just like, boom, this bitch laying on some leaves and shit. Like,
I don't know.
what's going on here? And then, oh yeah, we in the short buzz. This movie is
See?
really good.
All right, did you?
You know what I'm saying?
Did you? Yeah. No. So did anybody notice in the flavor here the sound? Did you guys notice the echoing, like the echo sound every time there was like a transition to her past or like a change of scening, like of some kind of hardship? There was like they did something with the music, and they would put like a, like right before the tragedy would happen, or they transition from her going from what was the beginning scene where they show her going through a TSA check-in, and then you immediately transition to Nazi Germany through the Holocaust. They had this like slight ear ringing kind of noise, and like you're like, oh my goodness.
I didn't peep that.
I'm gonna shoot you Carl number, man. He might come take a look at your system and see if he can type it.
Yeah, I mean, maybe get the tune or something. It could have been the bootleg that I got, you know what I mean, from the DVD guy at the barbershop. I mean, he kind of fucked me up.
You know what I'm saying? Them Vizios don't always be clicking right, dog. That's how much.
Leave Vizio alone. No, that was.
All right, so we'll take it. We won't give it a short bus. Then I guess.
Yeah, you brought up those transitions and stuff. That was one thing I wish they would have did a little better on, because the way that they jumped around from India to Germany back to America, it might have been a little,
especially in the beginning. Especially in the beginning of the movie when there's no context of like what was going on. I mean, not going on, but like you understand the subject matter.
Besides just looking
I didn't know
at
what was
everybody's
expected.
skin color, if you're not really paying attention, I guess it might have been a little difficult for somebody to keep up with where we were in what area of time. Like, were we in the past? Were we doing a flashback of her life? Were we like in a flashback of somebody else that she's writing about? They just kind of jumped around kind of aimlessly with that.
I don't know. I didn't feel it was aimlessly. I kind of liked the storytelling in this.
You didn't feel like it was a little scatterbrained?
I think so. Even the conversations that they had were kind of scatterbrained a little bit. Like even the relationship between the husband and wife.
We're in the author's mind. Like you say scatterbrained, I say we were in the process of her writing the book. You know what I'm saying? We were on the whiteboard with her.
And she is a Pulitzer Prize winner, right? Correct?
Yeah.
That's amazing.
Like, but okay, so like the mother, like there was supposed to be like a disconnect. You know what I'm saying? Because what she said about her father would be disappointing. It's like she wasn't really around. Like, but it was never really that disconnect was never really conveyed to me, because the mother was always cool.
Yeah, she was.
Mom's was always cool, reassuring her. You know what I'm saying? Like, I made this choice. I want to be here. You know what I'm saying? I'm cool.
What happened to the husband? How the husband died? Did I miss that?
It was a disconnect. I think it was just a distance. She was working, she was traveling, she was doing her lectures and speaking engagements and stuff like that. She wasn't, like you say, she wasn't at home like she needed to be. And
I think everybody.
Her mother needed the social part of life at the time, stage that she was at. And I think they had a decent relationship. They just weren't together enough, like they just didn't.
Okay.
It was almost like everybody in the family knew that when she writes these books or whatever, she dives in, and it engulfs everything around her. And I think she realized that too, because you get that with the conversations with her and her editor. Even the husband was like, you know what, you got to go ahead, do this, man, go ahead. Like, they know once you take this project on, I ain't gonna see your ass until this shit is over. So go ahead, knock this shit on out. It's something that needs to be done.
I'm glad you brought up the editors. So you remember the scene, like the editor, when she's telling them like what she's about to write about, like I couldn't really, I don't know if that like if that was what they were supposed to do, but I couldn't really make out like how they were You know what I'm saying? Like, what energy I was supposed to get from that? Like, was it I can't believe that she's finna write about this, or I'm shocked, or we don't want her to write about this? You know what I'm saying? Like, I didn't really understand that part.
Like,
I
was
couldn't
she
really
just
get
being
the
supportive?
temperature.
Well, people were concerned. Yeah, because you're like, those were concerned. Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah.
Back and forth.
Because he did.
Because she's in her face.
Like, if anybody could do it, you can. Like, what? Like, are you supporting her? Or are you just like, hey?
I'm on hiatus. I like how she said I'm on hiatus. I'm like, I'm going to use that from now on. I'm like, hey, you know what? I'm on hiatus, and I'll be back. Don't worry. What about the short bus? I don't know. You guys might disagree with me with this, but
hell
what was the husband's name? Brett. What's that name? The white guy.
Brett.
The Walking Dead guy.
Yeah.
Shane. This motherfucker said Shane.
Yeah, Brett.
Shane, Walking Dead guy, Punisher. For me, just seeing the cover art and then seeing him in the movie, it just doesn't seem believable character to be. I don't know with her. I guess it could be a different white guy. Maybe I don't know. That's just me. I don't know if it could be just my side of it.
I get what you're saying because that's all I can see is
because she's like a powerful character. I think she needs to have like a little bitch white guy. You know what I mean? Like a you know what I mean? Someone should boss around or whatever. You know what I mean?
It's like
be her equal, man.
All I can see was his previous characters. Right? So.
Yeah, the punter.
Black woman got to be the masculine one. Well, that's crazy. That shit crazy.
Your own people, goddamn Pac boy.
Cass is real, man. Even on
I just say that's so funny. No, I'm just looking at the cover. I'm just saying, look at the movie. That's all it was. It's funny. I'm like, but it's hard to pick short buses with it. That's the audio thing, but it could be my bootleg. I guess. Damn. Hiatus.
And then, like, I wanted a little bit more acting out of Nash.
Say that again.
I feel like her character was Niecy Nash character. I feel like she was just kind of, you know what I'm saying?
I thought she was good.
Like her character was monotone the whole time. You know what I'm saying? Like she wasn't really acting. You know what I'm saying? I wanted a little bit more effort out of her character.
Yeah, I feel like it came off.
No.
We wanted her to be more dominant, like bossy.
No, not even boss. Like I love what she was saying. I didn't like the way it was said. Like you know what I'm saying? Like I wanted more acting.
I thought she was funny,
I wanted her
man.
to act a little bit more.
Oh, I mean, because she sounded like normal, like her normal self or something, or what?
I don't know. He sounded
like she was kicking it.
Wait a minute.
So she did a good job acting. If it seemed natural, right?
Yeah, it seemed natural to me.
I don't know. I'm just fucking around. I have no idea. I thought she did good. I thought she was one of my favorite characters on it. Actually, she pretty much had all like the more comical scenes.
Comedy. There we go again. See,
not
comedy. I'm not here to comedy. Hold on.
This does not need to be a comedy fucking movie.
Somewhere the lines got blurred. I'm not here to convince you. I said what I said. That's how I felt. Let's move on.
Hyphen vision.
I see things different.
Yeah.
Is that a mansplain?
He said mansplain.
I learned these two words in this movie. I'm thrilled by it. I'm going to be using it all the time in my rotation now. White savior and white mansplain. I just fucked it.
Remember I said earlier, like there was a 5 within this movie, like the whole deep, like when she was studying the Deep South book. I wanted more of that. I wanted more of that study, like the study, like the backbone to her book. This is the study. You know what I'm saying? And I wanted more of that.
It's just so I know. So I'm not confused. Like the anthropologists that did the study, those were the ones that actually wrote the book of Deep South. Is that correct? As a collaboration, or
correct.
Is it? Okay, that's why I wanted to make sure I understood that part. I mean, I thought that the film did a good job of showing that. I mean, they didn't. I mean, I guess of what they did. I don't know if it was all to scale or to timeline, but
no, they did a decent job of showing.
It was very
that
detailed.
One scene when the officer was riding through the white neighborhood, and he
loved it,
waving on the folks, and then he rode through the black neighborhood, and everybody stopped what they was doing and was looking at him, and he was staring.
Kids
back.
couldn't even play.
All you heard was color.
How about there in Germany?
Colors.
How about in Germany when the guy said to him, he's like, you don't know what's going on here, do you? He's like, you need to go home. So I don't think you know what's going on here.
You know,
That's the
asking
way even the
about
mom said. The mom said, "What did she say?
Right.
What did the mom say in the hospital or whatever the fuck, or in the house? About the Treva? I don't know. It was something. I was like, oh my god. He'd be walking in a white neighborhood.
Like that's what I'm saying. Like that's within their stories. Like man, that right there, that story right there, written that the same type of way, made the same type of way is a 5. Is an absolute 5.
I don't know.
Do you think they did justice between, I guess, all three of their subject matters? I guess, or like of history. I guess history of, I guess, blacks, Jewish people, and this the Indian. What is the name of the Indian people that are treated this way? That they like from caste. They have this caste, the Untouchables, the Diets.
Oh my god.
Yeah. So
No, I don't think that last part. I don't think they did a good job connecting it. You know what I'm saying? They showed where it exists, but it didn't. It wasn't connected. They didn't show how it was connected.
Okay.
What do you mean? When she was sitting down talking to the Indian people, he was explaining how the caste system that they have over there is the same in Brazil, same in Jamaica, same all across, across the world. So theirs has been exported. And then she tied their system with the Jewish system, how the Jews and the Nazis were the same color or the same, basically you really couldn't tell them apart unless they really told you their names and where they was coming from type shit.
Mm-hmm.
And that was getting them put into camps and, basically exterminated. So that system of them being the same race, essentially was the same as India. So that was that connection there. So that, and then them drawing the connection that their caste system in Germany was set up through Jim Crow laws in the U.S. was how everything kind of works together, in my opinion. And the caste system that they have in India is what we have relevant to current day. So
well said. I like how they the Indians used the Martin Luther King's reading or subject matter to their own people of the Untouchables. Which was kind of, really not kind of, it was powerful. And they mentioned, did you ever heard of Ebony magazine?
And I was peeved. Motherfuckers introduced me as an untouchable.
Yeah.
I like when the Indian lady said, "Do you know Ebony magazine?" She's like, "Yeah, I heard of it." Yeah, I loved it. It was great.
No,
but no, man, all around tying it in. You know what I mean? Oh boy.
No, man, that's what's up. Within this, man, what do we really feel was the real message in this movie? Like, what were they really trying to get us to understand and see?
To play the game, you must know the language. To know the language, you understand the spell. To understand the spell is to break it.
Method.
Let him live. I'm gonna let him live.
Nigga, fuck you, nigga. That shit was dope, nigga. What the fuck you talking about?
I was thinking, my message.
What was he talking about, man? Fuck you mean, bro?
I mean, bro, I'm just saying, man.
Let me live, nigga. Just say what you believe, nigga. Just say what you believe.
No, the movie was dope. The movie was dope. I think it just overall.
The fuck.
I think what you said earlier is exactly what it is. It gave definition to the race system that we got or white supremacies overall. And, control is a governmental thing. I think that's really what it was exposing.
Message. Nah, I think what it really boils down to, man, all around the world is the same song. Like all around the world, the same song, man. Like it's just all of it is just it's one big caste system, man, and we all out here in it, dog. We all knee deep, shoulder deep. Hell, I mean, you oil them up. These motherfuckers is knee deep in the shit, belly button deep, shoulder, like all the way down to the lips. You gotta wipe the shit off your lips, dog. We all are in this motherfucker together. Message.
Go ahead.
I'm not letting white y'all stuff.
Go ahead, Zoe. What's the message?
For everybody.
Man, I felt like y'all summed them all, but put it like this. The trench is a trench, no matter where you at. It's about getting about the trench and analyzing, what your trench is made of to overcome your trench.
I think that for the message for me is pretty simple. I think it's just It opens your eyes to be a better human fucking being, in general. And it was hard to say, but like, there's so many ways to go with this movie. You know what I mean? It was powerful, but I think for me overall, like I said, after dealing with tragedy and then coming up triumphant, and it shows you that you never give up. You just keep working hard. You focus that energy and it's going to prosper. And look at the amazing work that came out with this book that I had no idea about. And you watch it in a movie, and then and I watch it, and then she said it gets some good emotion in there. So message strong for me: triumph over tragedy. That's my message.
Message,
nigga. What?
She definitely said that this is no sort of solution.
Yeah, definitely. It was no solution. But my question to y'all was that
hey man, got a movie Pulitzer Prize winner.
If you just work hard and keep fighting forward,
do you think that system
keep your chin up?
System being
pull yourself up by your own bootstrap.
And she had nobody else. I mean, everyone else fucking died. She killed them all. I mean, fuck. God damn it! Everybody she was around, she killed. She had to do it herself. The fuck? She's out there alone. I thought she was gonna have a relationship with the other guy. Like with the guy who was gonna hire. I was like, oh god, she's gonna kill this guy too. Fuck, he's on the timetable.
What would you say, Mike? MJ, come on, man. Come on, get this thing back on the rails, bro.
I don't know.
No,
I was saying, a couple questions. It's like 2-3 questions, 2-3-part question. I don't answer what you want to. The exposing of the caste system, do you think that will help to shatter it? Or do you think like the tools that we have been given, such as, AI and all this, sharing of people's conditions and situations and information, that is helping to break it? Or it only is broken by those at the top?
I don't think it's broken by those at the top. I think where the power was lying at was a lot of the people on the bottom didn't have the information of it. So with them bringing all of the information to the forefront, letting them know that this information is out there to obtain, I think we'll start to see it slowly chipping away. It's still going to take a lot of time, but I think it's a timely process as far as trying to bring down the caste system. I mean, the shit's been working forever.
Like you say millennia shit.
You know what I'm saying?
Well, the way you mentioned it, like I said, with the social media, the technology that's out here, the information that's out here to our kids, you know what I mean, and what they're seeing, I think it's going to cause. I mean, it's both sides. Yes, it's going to bring a bit more awareness, and then there's also a bigger divide. I've never seen a bigger divide in this world right now than I've ever seen. Than I've been alive, and I'm not that fucking old. But I'm just saying, and both sides of it. Yeah, I'm not saying there's a right and a wrong. I'm just saying, as far as racist people, you know what I mean. They're growing too. I mean, like I said, the world hatred. You know what I mean. The divide that the country is in, or in general. I'm just saying, everything's being amplified. I am curious to see the Civil War movie too. That may touch more on this subject matter in our next film, because I know we're excited to see that. Hopefully, or it's going to be on the list. But anyways, that's what I mean by that in context.
I think you want to take a stab at it?
Mike, say your question one more time. I just want to make sure I answer it.
Yeah, I was saying basically with the exposing of the caste system, will that help to shatter it, or the tools that we've been given, such as social media, AI, things like that have given us the information, the more exposure to people's situations and things like that. Will that help to break the caste system, or is it only broken by those at the top?
The documentary is based upon other historical facts that happened before it was written. Mm-hmm. So the information has always been readily available. Everybody knows about slavery. Everybody knows about the Holocaust, things of that nature. I don't think just information, but solutions to the information that is given, that thought process is what will help what will help dismantle white supremacy. Because the problem is not really dismantling white supremacy, it's what do you replace it with? Like, that's the issue. Because once if you take out all the white people, but you replace it with blacks or whatever, it's still, the system will still work as the system is designed to work, really, no matter who's in that place. So it's a whole system that has to be dismantled. This is great information about the system, giving definition to buzzwords that we hear all the time, racist, bigotry, things of that nature, giving definitions to those and showing correlation with those between different cultures. But until we start talking about actual solutions and an actual replacement for those systems, then shit, they'll be writing another one of these in another 100 years.
Damn, I hope it don't take that long. I hope it don't.
I mean,
you're right.
Right now, I mean,
another week they gonna AI write this motherfucker.
Well, I mean, like I said, there's machines on both sides. I mean, all sides of it. It's just everything's gonna be amplified, I think, and that's, it's odd. It's just something you can't stop here. But I think a good help of it, it's going to be this. Everyone's fear of the cross. I guess what do they call it? It's a name terminology. Cross race friendships and relationships or whatever. I mean, what is there to preserve? You know what I mean? Like I said, it goes back to like being a better human being, to human life. I mean, at this point, we're not going back to where we were. That's the way it is. It's just there's no point of that. It's just like how for any war that's been going on. Think about
that was a good message that they had underlying in here as well. That I don't think they capitalized on as much was the humanization of everybody and looking at humanity as equals. And
I was gonna say that's how the caste system works. They have to dehumanize the people at the bottom.
Right. But
and
at the same time, by her exposing the caste system,
dehumanized.
She was.
Yeah, what I say? My bad. What I say?
Bringing the humanity back to those people of the lower caste.
Dehumanized.
But
it's an ugly process. I mean, and it's for real. I mean, the hatred is built when you're young and in your youth or whatnot. Even when you go to war, like when you have your enemies, depending whatever, it doesn't matter what country or whatever war says. When you're almost like you're dehumanizing, like you said, but you're treating people as if they're not a human. They're less than human, less than a dog, less than a rat. You know what I mean? And they really believe this, and it's scary. You know what I mean? And it's like, and it still continues.
Man, you had another question, Mike?
No, that was it. That was pretty much it. Do y'all see a change in the caste system, anybody's future, so to speak? That was the main gist of it.
No, I think the most important part to help us at least get to where everybody else is to realize that it's not just about race. It's more about class. But we have to start seeing past the color, because I think in the book they brought up a statement that had me think. Like, I was a little torn at first, and then it made me really think that when you go outside of America, black people don't exist. They're just a part of their own country. Like, we are a country that has developed this system of color and black, white, this, that, and the other. Whereas when you go outside of the country, they are, Africans, they are Indian, they are, they don't use color to describe themselves. And once we can get past
that's because they have a nation. They have a nation. We don't have a nationality. That's why they have a place to identify with.
Yeah.
So that's why we boil down to color here.
Well, okay. I'll let you have that. That's
no, don't do that. Because that discredits me and that just devalues me. Because what I'm saying is true.
Okay.
You're saying that these people are African, Kenyan, they have a place of origin. Mm-hmm. You know what I'm saying? We're in America. There's a special breed. There's a different breed of black here in America. You know what I'm saying? That was cut off. Things happen deliberately. You know what I'm saying? So that does happen. So I guess my question would be, what would you have blacks in America identify as?
I mean, we have to identify as black because we're here in America.
Okay.
All right. That's it. I'll let you have that. That's cool.
Me, myself, I prefer the term nigga. You see, it encompasses all, you see, and we all have the flag. You see what I'm saying? When if we can all rock together, you get what I'm saying? But there's such shame encompassed in the word that we can't rock with the word in an empowering fashion. So, I mean, that's my vote.
Yeah, I say either way.
We get the message button for me.
Oh, you wanted a message? Oh, damn. Hold on. I'm trying to transition on to the other one, man. Hold on.
Yeah. I know.
Taking my notes.
I got what you was trying to do.
I said, either way, a name by any other name is still gonna be the same name. It is everyone's favorite game show. Rename. I see that movie. All right. We ain't to the prologue today. This nigga want to argue. Goddamn it! I'm like, fuck this shit, though. This motherfucker over an hour. Let's get to it.
Put it in the book. Cliff notes.
I'm on hiatus.
The recipe.
Mansplain.
You've been waiting to get there. Go ahead. What's the other one? White Savior.
White Savior. That one too. Yeah. I forgot.
Go ahead. Get them all.
They were all. It was said in the same sentence. It blew my mind because I didn't know what either one of those was. I had to Google it.
This is reparations out the window. This is Cast Away. This is Cast It Down. This is Slim
Cast It Down. Slow cast. Ooh.
This is
Casserole.
The Casserole.
Oh, yeah, I thought about saying that, but
Castoroni.
Casting director.
Cast iron skillet. Cast iron skillet.
The covert cast.
Good for any cornbread. Let it go. You had one. Casserole.
Hey man, you thought it.
I know, right?
Casserole.
Castanova. Look at that.
Oh my god.
Astro.
Sprinkle some white on it. Who spiked the punch?
This is Call It How We See.
Whose white is it anyway?
When are you gonna leave him?
The hand that rocks the cradle.
Started from the bottom, now we here.
The mixing pot. The key ingredient.
Overcast.
Ooh. I just like the way it sounds. I like it. Overcast.
I started this shit, and this the motherfucking thanks I get. It's too long.
How many rap lyrics got dropped during this episode? That's right.
How many what?
I said, how many rap lyrics got dropped during this episode?
Oppression Olympics. Who got it worse?
What's your number?
What about the Native Americans?
The indigenous people. Do not mind his foolishness.
Always getting left out. Goddamn. Hell, man.
What about the Mexicans? What about the Mexicans? You know what I mean? California and Texas. You know, we're just not crying about it.
Indians.
We're Indians too. Shit, we're the Mayans. Okay, we're Indians.
We're
Indians. That was our fucking land.
The band of
the wrong way.
We fought the war. We lost. You know what I mean? And we accepted. Now we just crossed the border.
Where's Waldo?
Incognegros.
Trail of Tears unfolded. The Great Link.
Racist.
Sneaky Link. Sneaky Link.
Racist.
I'm confused.
The Final Frontier.
The Final Origin.
Sneaky Link, nigga. That's good.
Origins. Sneaky Links.
That's good.
Origins.
Good. Missing Link.
Missing.
This is our land.
Link card. The Great Conqueror.
We built this city. The
system.
The echo of the past.
Land of the thief.
The bylaws.
The pillars of privilege.
There you go.
Ooh.
You can't sit here.
You can't sit here.
Oh my goodness! It's like what the guy say with the the guy say in the water?
Yeah, don't touch the water.
Don't touch the water.
Wipe me down.
Wipe me down. Oh god damn it! There you go. Man rubs or whatever.
Yeah.
Tread and try.
You rub my back, I'll rub yours. Oh my goodness.
Okay.
Cold dead hell.
There you go. No.
Was that oil they're rubbing, or was that shit?
No, that was oil.
They oiled up before.
It was shit. It was shit. It was shit. He was wiping off his mouth.
They oiled up before they got to the shit. That's what it was.
Graceful disgust.
Yeah, tread and trauma.
Oppression reunion.
Pride and prejudice.
The white man's toolbox.
Strange fruit.
King supreme.
The pimping policy.
Damn.
Bring back the pimp.
The greatest who ever done it. The tactics of King Koopa.
Wrap it up, B.
Yeah. Yeah. This motherfucker brought in the Mario Brothers.
Yeah, man.
Super Mario.
King Kong ain't got shit on me.
All right. Let's pick one. Pick one. Let's get the hell on.
Keep my wife's name out your mouth.
What'd you say about my mama?
Damn, I thought you go. You got
What'd you say about my mama?
Mother in mouth.
We'll be having white cake in the parlor.
What's in the running?
Was it me?
It was one hyphen said. I forgot.
I can't. Like it was too many got fired off afterwards. God damn it!
I remember the pillars of what something. I just remember it just sounded like epic.
Pillars of prejudice or something? Oh, pillars of privilege.
Or prejudice. I like that too. I like what was it? Cast off or cast down or whatever. And I'm trying to remember. Hyphen said, "Oh, sneaky link."
Sneaky links. All right.
Yeah.
So we got cast off, sneaky link, pillars of what was it? Prejudice, pride, pillars of something.
Half that.
All right, let's vote on it.
I'm going sneaky link. I'm just gonna go ahead and just put it out there. Let's go.
I think I'm gonna go there with you, sneaky link.
Will there be another?
I like that.
I like the pride.
I need one more, guys.
I need
Sneaky.
The pillars of prejudice.
It wasn't prejudice. It wasn't that called. It's not what he said.
What did he say?
It was something else.
The pillars of pride.
It was the privilege, but
pillars of privilege. There we go. I like the pillars of privilege.
Privilege. I like the sneaky leaks. Was it leaks?
That's three.
That's three.
Sneaky leaks. Links.
Links.
Doing business, guys. Nice doing business.
The official TruVue rename for Origin is
No
Sneaky
replay.
Link, and the official TruVue score is 4.7 overall. Gentlemen, let's hit them with the 30-second elevator pitch.
If you like to take conspiracies to the next level and put them together on a whiteboard and put them together in a nice little book and sell it and start to expose things that we already really know about and give it an actual life and vibrancy, then this is the movie for you. I highly recommend this for any author that's out there who likes to write research papers and documentaries. This is a great way for you to learn how to do it in a different manner, in an entertaining manner at that. I definitely be recommending this. I've been recommending it ever since I've seen it. I think it's a great conversation starter, and I think children should watch this as well.
At what age?
I think you can watch this as young as the age of 10 or 11 years old.
All right, I'll go. All right.
Right, what the fuck?
Yo, what's that on your arm, G? Oh man, you busted your stitches. Well, I'm not talking about that cast. It's a whole nother type of cast out here, fam, and it's fucking up everybody, fam. You really need to check this out. I don't know what you gonna do about it when you figure it out, because you trapped in it, you caught in it. It's a whirlwind, and this movie really gives you good definition and articulation to the events at hand. Yo, go ahead and get better. Make sure you get that cast off your arm, and go ahead and check about that other cast that's going on out here in the world, fam. It's serious. Peace.
Oh yeah, definitely recommend this. If you guys want to learn some shit, go watch some shit. Watch this fucking movie. I mean, there's nothing I can say bad about this movie. It's great, not too long. I think it was just, man, I have a 30-second pitch for it. Sorry guys, just like
If you are looking for a movie that displays the misplaced hate that shows disgrace to races, this here movie is for you. If you are looking for a movie that throws a line out there to cast in the hatred, this here movie is for you. If you are looking for a movie that will try to blast the cast to have it crash and pray to God that it just don't last, this here movie is for you. I do recommend this movie, and I do highlight this as a rewatch, very high rewatch for me. And also, I will recommend that you pick up the book Cast as well. So yeah, man. Yeah, y'all check that shit out.
Nah, for certain, man. Just like everyone else, this is definitely recommendable. Something that, definitely want to put a few folks on. has some rewatchability. Definitely would like to rewatch it with my kids. Like Hyphen mentioned, anyone as young as 10 can watch this joint. And aside, from the main topics, I felt that it was creative, the way it was put together. Most definitely run that back.
Run that back, man. And y'all can also run back any episode of the TruVue Podcast at TruVuePodcast.com. That's TruVue Podcast, TruVue Podcast.com, where you can like, subscribe, share, and comment to help us defeat the all-powerful algorithm that's trying to hold the Black Pod down. And thank you for riding with us over to YouTube, man. Be sure to hit the bell for notifications, the thumbs up, the subscribe button, the share, and also drop a comment. Drop in the comments something that you want us to review. Send us your request because we will have that conversation, you know what I'm saying? And we will get to it like only the TruVue Podcast can, because it's not just about our review, but it is the conversation with the crew that highlights it. So let's get it. Let's go, man. TruVue Podcast. You already know.
Boom. Do everything that Melly Mel just said, man. Leave a comment. We'll respond back to you. Did we get it right? Did we get it wrong? Do y'all agree with our synopsis? You know what I'm saying? Or are we just looking at it from a list that you just can't see out of? You know what I'm saying? Let us know.
There you have it. There it go. That'll be the end of the show, man. TruVue Podcast. And you know what the hell we always say.
Don't be whitewashed.
Get the rope.
Maintain your black balls. Oh
wow.
Yeah.
God,
don't get blackballed either.
Y'all go
Yeah,
watch.
go talk some. Go watch some shit, man.
Jesus
Go
Christ.
talk some shit too.
TruVue Podcast.
A bunch of different views.
Them boys keep it real, man. I really like listening to them, man. They funny.
You're